Hey everyone, welcome to Trail Talk. I'm Edie, coming to you live from the classroom studio here at the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center in Duncan, Oklahoma. Now, some of you may be watching because you were expecting to see Katie Jo Gordon here, the most recent winner of the Ultimate Cowboy Showdown. And unfortunately, Katie Jo had something come up and she could not be with us today. So instead, I have my friend and co-worker, Tina Jo.
Yes.
Hawkins is here. And that's no joke. Her middle name really is Jo. So there. Listen, one of the reasons Katie Jo was going to be on Trail Talk today was because two reasons. We wanted to interview her because of this amazing competition that she recently won, but also, I mean, she's a Stevens County girl and she's kind of a big deal now. You know, she kind of is. She's representing well. But a week from tomorrow, on Thursday, July 15th, from 12 to 1, we are going to have our second event that we call Lunch and Learn. And it is a monthly noontime meeting. Bring your sack lunch with you, and we will supply a presenter, a lesson, an experience of some sort for you. And it's free of charge, and we just really want to get this thing rolling. Last month, the attendance wasn't really what we'd hoped it would be. So we're hoping this month we'll just bump it up. And so we were hoping Katie Jo could be here, but you know what? She's not, but she will be here next Thursday. So please plan to come. Put that on your calendar.
How much does the event cost?
The event is absolutely free.
Yes, and is it once a month or every week?
Once a month, one day a month. And it's during the lunch hour. If you need to get here a few minutes late, I'd leave a few minutes early. It's not, I don't think that's going to in any way take away from your experience. So please come and give it a try. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Any age is welcome. So to have a backup plan, Tina and I are going to do an art lesson.
Yes,
we are going to teach you about an art form known as Pointillism. Pointillism. So some of you may be very familiar with this, but others may not. Pointillism is an art form that evolved from, I said it a minute ago, what is the Impressionism?
Oh, yes, Impressionism.
Hello.
Yes. That was a good
impression. Thank you. It evolved from Impressionism. And as you know, Impressionist artists use small brush strokes. And so if you get really close up and look at the painting, that's kind of all you see, cut brush strokes and color. But as you step away, it literally, our brain and our eyes literally connect, and you see the shapes come to life. And it's, it's very soft lines. Nothing is a really strong definition, but that's the whole key to Impressionism. And so Pointillism takes it next level, in my opinion, because it uses dots, literally dots. And so, you put a lot of dots together, you get a much darker, more concentrated form. You spread them out. There's more negative space. You have a less defined form. You can use color. You can go black and white. I mean, it is this amazing art form. And the thing about it is that it takes real dedication.
Yeah.
Real dedication. So I wanted to show you this picture. So this is a Pointillism that was done by Seurat. How do you say it? Seurat. By Seurat. And he is a very famous Pointillism artist. It's called A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. And I have seen this painting, and it is like 6 feet across and probably 5 feet tall. Let's see, I think this says, okay, so it's 81 inches by 120 inches. So it's actually 10 feet
Mhm.
across, and 81, it's almost, what's that, 7 feet,
7, yes.
almost 7 feet tall. It took him 2 years to complete this. And that is all tiny dots. So yeah, you got to really be committed to
You
the
really
craft
do.
here.
Look how many dots
To-
that says.
oh, yeah. Does it say how many? Approximately 3,456,000 dots. Now, I don't know who counted those.
That's what I was wondering. Who took the time?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think that it, and it says that the dots can be as small as 1/16 of an inch in diameter. So, I mean, just the attention to the detail and adding dots and color and everything. So, so Tina and I are going to do some pointillism that's probably on a level that any amateur could do. This is actually one of the art projects that we have students, give students an opportunity to do when they visit the museum during the spring, so the last part, the last session of the school year, actually. And so today we have an Indian blanket that we're going to do, and also a blue bonnet, because we have students from Oklahoma and from Texas. The Indian blanket is the state flower of Oklahoma, wildflower, the state wildflower, and the blue bonnet is the state flower of Texas. And so we're going to do these. Now, again, if you get up close, can you kind of zoom in, Scott, where the dots are really, see all the dots there? And also Tina's is all these dots. It's kind of hard to see the yellow ones on the sun,
Yes.
but they are little dots too.
Mhm.
But when you back away, see how the colors go together? They just kind of blend together with your,
And that's your mental attention. That's takes,
right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
focusing.
I just love that. I don't always think of art and science working hand in hand, but I mean, that's exactly what's happening here.
Exactly.
So you can actually use markers if you want to use, you can just use regular markers. I'll just tell you right now, the dots are so tiny that it might take you 2 years to finish something like this. You are going to get, your kiddos, whoever's doing this, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. So we are going to use just regular craft paint like this, and Q-tips, just regular old cotton swabs. And we have just fixed some paper plate palettes here, poured some colors on, and to give you an idea of what the flowers are supposed to actually look like, we have some actual photographs of an Indian blanket and a blue bonnet. So, like every artist, there is the actual subject matter, and then there is your interpretation of the subject matter. And so that's kind of the beauty of this art, is that you can be as creative as you want, and you can blend colors. Now, I'm going to say this is acrylic paint. And so as you know from some of the artists who've been on here, acrylic paint dries quickly, so you can layer it easily. So you can add, you can mix, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to start in the middle, I think, and work my way out. And so I'm going to just dip my Q-tip in the paint. Do you
want me to start?
And yeah, and
Oh,
Tina's
okay.
going to start hers too.
Okay.
And I don't know where Tina wants to start.
Tina's going to try to start right here.
And you just dot it on there. And now I'm not worried about my colors mixing. The middle of my flower, I think I see a little orange mixed in with my brown. And so I'm going to kind of do a little bit of that. And now I think I'll go back to the brown because it's okay. I see I've done a little thing here. I kind of globbed a little on, kind of made a little blob there instead of distinct dots.
Oh, so cool.
But you can kind of see the dot thing there going
you
on.
can.
Yeah. I think I might let this dry just a little bit because I want to add just a smidge of yellow in that center. And I don't want it to just mix. I want it to actually be individually, not just have my yellow and brown all mixed together. And you can just flip your old Q-tip right over and take off with your next color. So I'm going to, well, the way this one is drawn, I'm going to continue out with my brown. And now, go ahead.
It's okay to have bigger dots than other dots.
That's true, yeah. Also, you can kind of like put dots in a row or at a diagonal and kind of create a definition or something different. So I'm going to kind of ring it now. This time I'm going to come back with a little bit of red and mix in with my brown out here around the edge. Now we have like a paper that has some lines on it already, but you could draw any kind of flower you wanted to on any sheet of paper. Now cardstock would probably be my recommendation, just because acrylic paint's a little bit heavy and it might saturate like typing paper or something, but a piece of cardstock would work just fine. So, okay, so now I've got a little red and brown, so I'm going to kind of start making dots here at the bottom of my flowers. My lines are a little bit blurred, to be honest with you. But I'm
Okay, can you mental focus on that?
That looks good, Tina.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I can see where you're going back and filling in some of the negative space. The negative space would be where the white is still showing. And so kind of adding some color to that.
it'll blend all together.
Yeah, it will. So I was reading up on our Oklahoma State symbols. I've talked about the Indian paintbrush before, and so it was adopted in 1986. But Texas, of course, Texas became a state much earlier than Oklahoma did, and they picked the blue bonnet in 1901. Yeah. So they were kind of all over, picking their flower. Texas always got to be big about everything. They did it all up. Yeah, I know. So no offense, Texans.
No,
I mean, we love you guys.
We do.
The Chisholm Trail
Yes.
has always depended on Texas
That's
for our helping get things started. Now, here's something I'm noticing. See, I'm going over some of my red with orange, and because the red dries, that if you go over it too much, you lose some of your red with the dots. But so that's why you kind of got to go with the negative.
This is kind of
space.
good therapy.
It is. It really is. I am thoroughly enjoying. So here we go. So far, there's my dots.
You're way ahead.
Well,
I'll catch up.
We're not racing.
Okay. Well, I always like to win, so slow down.
Listen, you're talking to the worst person about that. So highly competitive.
Well, we don't want to be here 2 years from now.
No, we don't. We are not going to have a 2-year project here on our paintbrushes.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to go a little rogue, I think. I'm going to add some pink
Oh,
to mine, I think. Here we go. Before I get all the way to the edge, because you notice that it goes yellow out there. But I think it kind of has a little bit of pink
I think, yeah,
in it. The actual flowers
they
do.
are so pretty when, you know, you see them on the side of the road.
Right.
Just so pretty.
The median between Duncan and Marlowe
Mhm.
is so well
Yes.
planted with wildflowers. And they have Indian blankets and Indian paintbrushes.
Oh,
And our family just, we get so excited when it's time for the wildflowers to bloom. It's just
it's just gorgeous.
yeah, it is. And here is where the individual petals kind of come into view, is on the paintbrush is when you get out here to the tips of it. It's all kind of blended together otherwise. But you know, you can go back and
Do all kinds of things.
yeah, add some definition if you want to.
The sun up here in the corner, so I guess I'll do that.
I think that that's very cute that that one
Mhm.
picture has
Mhm.
that.
It's real cute. I know the kids enjoy doing this when they visit here,
The
the
students.
students. Mhm. And talking about creative. Ooh,
Yeah. So once you get beyond the flower, you know, like Tina was mentioning, the sun up in the corner there, that, you know, that's all your personal, you know, you're not really kind of recreating the actual flower. So it's,
right. Just extra stuff.
yeah. And
Hey, do you have a wet wipe?
actually, I'm ready.
Good.
Tina got a little paint on her.
Well, yes, I kind of
I like opened a tube and literally had paint all over me, just opening. So there I've kind of got my Indian paintbrush going. Kind of happy with that.
Very
I
pretty.
like that. So now I'm going to go with a background color that's going to be very different from my flower, because I want, and here's what happens after you do dots for a while. You get tired and you start smudging.
Well, really? I didn't
That
notice.
is, yeah. And I mean, that is,
Yes, you're right.
you start dragging instead of dotting. So here's where the commitment comes in.
Yes, you have to be
I mean,
very dedicated to this.
Yeah, 3.5 million dots later,
Mhm.
Surratt, and those were much smaller than our dots. Our
Mhm.
dots are probably,
I wonder what he used. Did he use a?
you know
Just
what, that's a good question. I don't know what they use. Like a little stick or something, or do you know what they use, Scott? I'm gonna guess it's not a Q-tip. I'm just gonna go out
Yeah.
on a limb there and just kind of,
Mhm. I think your lamb is right
yeah.
on that.
It's fun though, using the acrylic paint because of how you can layer it, blend it, and how nice it turns out when you do that. You know, just kind of. And then when you have the negative space, you can go back and add more dots of color. And
The thing about it, you really don't use that much paint. I mean.
that's true. Yeah, I kind of overloaded the plates. I probably could have just
Well, I
used
mean,
tiny bit of
Of course,
that.
if you were gonna make that many dots, you might.
Yeah, maybe I was imagining that I would make a few million dots.
You-
Although, you know what?
What?
I bet we've made a few, several hundred.
I bet we have. There, and yeah, right.
So again, you can use markers. You can use a Q-tip and paint like we've used. If you don't have acrylic paint at home and you have some other kind of paint, tempera, watercolor, whatever, you can use any kind of paint that you want. I was just using the, what we would normally use for this project. But it is entirely up to you. I'm going back and adding just a little bit of yellow.
The best
on my
part about it
center.
is it does dry fast and you can,
Yeah, that's true. And so then you can hang it right up,
right.
on the old refrigerator door.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
That's where you're gonna put yours.
That's exactly right.
Tina's gonna take hers home and hang it on
I
her
know.
refrigerator.
Everybody's gonna admire it.
There you go. If only I had space on my refrigerator door. That's not because I have art from my kids. I just put things on mine for some reason.
That's all right.
But you could do, you could try, and I think an animal would be a real challenge. But if you really like kind of taking your art to next level, that would be great. And speaking of that, tomorrow, Arlen Brantley, who's an art teacher in Marlow, is going to be our guest on Trail Talk, and he is going to do an art demonstration and lesson. And so I really think that if you just have some paper and I think maybe some markers or something like that, it's something that you could grab easily. If you have some art supplies and you want to participate, have a few things out and ready to go.
That's so neat.
Yeah. So I've heard, he didn't tell me then what he was gonna do, but I think he kind of has a little lesson that he's gonna share with us. So I think it'll be fun.
Well, I can definitely use a lesson.
Oh, same here. Yeah. Okay, pretty. Ooh, I like yours.
There.
She added some white.
Yes, I did.
So here's my.
Oh, you've got it all covered. I don't.
Oh, that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. So you can see the dots pretty clearly.
Oh, gosh.
But
yes.
I think you still get the flower, the depth and everything.
I
The flower,
can,
you add,
yes.
yeah. Let's
You
see
did
how
very
that
well.
backing off. You can definitely see the
Oh,
petals,
Yes.
the tips of the petals and everything.
And look at
So
the dots. I mean, it just,
yeah.
let's see.
So I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see yours, Tina.
Oh, well, I just ignore this part.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. You can have a whole white background if you want. In
Well,
fact, I
would-
think that's very pretty like
Yeah,
that.
Thank you. I thank you.
And then you back off and there you have it almost feels like the petals. See how it has a feel of these petals that are on the blue bonnet. It really does. I like the way you've added that white on there. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. But as you can see, I mean, it's your imagination. You have an idea, a subject that you want to kind of try to recreate, and then just go for it. Just have some fun. And so that is the pointillism lesson. I'm glad that you were able to help me with that today, Tina.
Just delighted.
Tina Jo. So again, guys, be sure and join us tomorrow at 3:00. Arlen Brantley will be here and have some art supplies ready. And when I say that, I mean like probably paper, maybe scissors, pens or markers, things like that. And then be sure next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, for lunchtime. See if you can get here and meet Katie Jo and hear the presentation that she has and get to hang out with some other folks who maybe have some similar interests that you have.
Perfect.
So anyway, I think that's it, Tina.
That's it.
Yep. So it's time to tell you guys goodbye.
Okay.
So
And we know what to do.
yeah, we do.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Happy
Happy
trails.
Trails.